Yo my people, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm bringing you some more Tekken 8 content. Today guys, I'm in speculation mode. So just yesterday, on the last day of Tekken 7's competitive experience, we got ourselves a sneak peek of how the setup will be for the next coming DLC characters for Tekken 8. As you can see on the screen here, I got Eddie. Eddie was the first to be announced yesterday. So the opening story movie was given to us. We got a look at Eddie. Season 1 for what? You're lying! This is what they're doing! They have to bring back the Tekken 3 Eddie Gordo. Is that even a remix question from Tekken 3? The fresh cut as well! And they're bringing it out plus... What I want to do now is theorize on who the next 3 characters we could be getting are. One thing I want to say for sure is that I really do love that they're releasing a character for each season essentially. It's really going to keep the game alive and in circulation, and depending on if you get your character or not, it might bring certain players back to the game, you never know. So the first one I want to talk about, and I feel like is the most likely for summer, is Miguel. That's right, Miguel. And the reason why I say that is because his story directly ties in to Jin being victorious against Kazuya in this story. And if you think about how they're also dropping character episodes and certain endings for certain characters, we finally may actually get to see what comes of Miguel if he does get his victory against Jin. You have to also remember that back in Tekken 6, when Miguel's story finished and he was beating Jin lifelessly, like beating him senselessly, he didn't feel good enough beating him then because Jin had already given up her life more or less. But now he's had an opportunity to wait for Jin to get stronger, for him to finally obviously face his demons and beat Kazuya. Fighting Jin and beating him would feel a lot more fulfilling for Miguel, and I believe that this story is basically going to tell that. It's going to obviously see Jin being victorious, and obviously Miguel is going to want his shot at beating Jin. Probably won't be strong enough, but he's going to want his shot at beating Jin, getting an understanding why Jin indirectly had a part to play in killing his sister when she was getting married. So that's where I think it's coming for summer. It is kind of expected. He was a fan favorite in Tekken 7 as well, so we'll have to see what's going to happen there. For autumn now, I do believe they're going to bring back Anna. I mean, Anna's story has always been directly tied into Nina's. I'm thinking a lot on the lines of what they could implement in that person's character episode. So I'm guessing Eddie would have a character episode. I'm guessing Miguel, if he's in there, will have a character episode, and it will directly tie into one of the characters that were already in the game. For autumn, I do believe we'll be getting Anna, and the reason it is because maybe if this is a conclusion to everyone's story, we may get a good ending for Anna, Steve and Nina. So all their endings will probably tie in together in a character episode, and I would imagine Anna was also very much a fan favorite in the previous iterations of the game, so I don't know why she wouldn't be in it. Also, she's been in like every Tekken up until now. I don't know why they'll just suddenly kick her out. It doesn't really make sense. And last but not least, because I'm pretty sure they'll do another DLC drop in the next coming years for the longevity of the game, in winter I do believe we will probably be getting Ganryu. And I know a lot of people don't like that character. He's not really a fan favorite, or not any fan favorite that I'm aware of. But the reason why I do believe that we'll get Ganryu is because some of his story directly ties into some of the other characters like Julia, and obviously Julia's mother and stuff like that. And also we have to think about it in the context of where the game's coming from. Sumo is really respected in Japan. There's a big chance that we'll get Ganryu back probably towards the end of the year, and also it's one of Harada's favourites. And I mean, if you're going to create a game and make the last iteration of the game your best game yet, you're obviously going to want to put a sprinkle of your favourite character in there, and I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, it's his game, he can do whatever the hell he likes. I do believe Ganryu will be winter's version of our DLC that we'll get. So far, that's Miguel, along the basis of him getting his true revenge for Jin being indirectly the cause of his sister's death during her wedding. Autumn, we're going to get Anna just because she's a crowd favourite. She's been in every single Tekken up until what would be now, and if she isn't in this Tekken, it just really wouldn't make any sense. And Ganryu, for the true Japanese representation in the game, Japan have huge respect for the sumo scene. That's like something that comes directly from them, has not been influenced by any other piece of culture or piece of literature out there. It's only for Japan that sumo exists. So that being said, I do believe we'll get Ganryu as the last DLC characters. I do want to quickly do a guest character DLC wishlist as well, because it's fun to speculate, you know what I mean? I don't see no issue with speculation and seeing what we could get and what characters from other games or other series could benefit for being in this game. So the first one I'll say on that note, you know what I'm going to say already guys, is Baki. My boy Baki is going to be in this game. If they need to do a guest character, they have to bring Baki in this game. First of all, I'm pretty sure everyone saw that modded trailer that we got for Baki. I mean, we all genuinely believed and we were all honestly convinced that this guy could fit into this game perfectly. I mean, he's more or less like Jin. His goals are kind of the same as Jin, if not even deeper, considering the fact that his father actually killed his mother right in front of his eyes. Do you know what I mean? The stakes are a lot higher for Baki, and also he is kind of like, we kind of already had a test of what he would be like if you want to think about characters like Falcon Ra. All these characters like huge counter hit moves, huge, massive, exaggerated hitboxes and stuff like that. That sounds like Bucky to me. That sounds like basically the exoskeleton for what Bucky could be. Like, kind of like Brian, a lot of highs and lows, a lot of feints, just basically felt like he's a Dragon Ball Z character. The next guest character I want to imagine could be in the game, would do well, has a huge fan base to actually bring more sales to the Tekken franchise, is Takito Oma. Yes, if you don't know who that is, he's the main protagonist from a series called Kengan Ashura, which is also another fighting tournament anime. I know I keep on saying a lot of animes, but it just seems like so far that these are the characters are the most relatable in terms of their story in comparison to Jin's story and obviously the whole Mishima bloodline type situation. If that was the case, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. That would rattle the fan base so much. I'm telling you now, that would be very, very lit, guys. I can't lie. I can't tell you what kind of character he would be. Maybe he would be like Jin, who knows? A lot of straight punches, standing lows, a lot of moves that just really throw you off your rhythm when you're playing them. Honestly, it would be absolutely incredible if we could get something like that in the future. One more guest character, the last guest character I believe we could possibly get, and if we did, it would be like a huge benefit for the game. Kiryu from Yakuza. I mean, the guy is literally Geese in the face. Do you know what I mean? If you look at him, he looks like Geese. And also, the way he's set up is kind of like, he's kind of set up like Miguel. If you understand, like he's launching on attitude, but kind of super violent, super angry all the time, stuff like that. So I really believe he'll be a nice fit if you want to put him as a guest character. He'll have like really like silly, like, you know, Miguel's kick that takes you straight to the floor straight away, but it's standing, so it's really hard to like see it coming if you're not ready for it. He'll have like moves like that. More or less, he will be a knowledge check character. If you haven't got the DLC and you haven't played him for yourself, it will further encourage you to get the DLC and play him for yourself. Play him for yourself so you can actually understand what's going on when you're fighting this guy. And yeah, to be honest with you, I feel like those would be the perfect 3 guest characters for this game if it was to be the case that they would have more than one. I feel like they'll fit in really well in the 3D landscape, considering they could actually be set up to be like a complete moveset in the game. So yeah guys, that's my DLC wishlist for today. If I can speculate some more and give you guys some more characters if you do want to see what I think, but that's all that's coming to my head right now, considering what we're coming from, obviously Tekken 7, and obviously what we've seen online, and obviously what characters can pretty much come into the space and do very, very well. If you guys do agree with me or you have any thoughts of your own, let me know down in the comment section down below. And until next time guys,